Okay, this is my video presentation for counseling research. I'm going to define and discuss the purpose of program evaluation. So program evaluation helps determine the value and effectiveness of existing programs through evidence-based data. These evaluations provide information to stakeholders such as investors in program, client receiving care, anyone who has an interest in the program, and interest in the program. Primary criteria used in the program evaluation is adequacy, utility, feasibility, and propriety. Adequacy is basically, does the results provide an accurate description of the program? Utility is, do the results provide users with practical information that can be used? And feasibility refers to, are the results and recommendations realistic and achievable? And propriety, was the evaluation conducted in an ethical and appropriate manner? So with program evaluation, one of the important aspects is the program feedback, which is basically there's a recommendation for the pre and post analysis before, so basically testing the differences among participants before and after the program. So if you have clients that are going through the program, you would do like a pre-analysis before they go through the program, and then of course the post-analysis after they go through the program to see the difference of was it effective or ineffective, and could there be changes that to the program that could have better benefited that client. Also providing guidance, I just said that, sorry. Conduct descriptive analysis for separate groups, such as, age, ethnic groups, socioeconomic statuses. Everybody is a little different, so depending on age groups and, ethnic groups, it's going to be different for, different programs may affect different people, so to make sure to make that notated. Also, program feedback provides opportunity for counselors to report results of their efforts to stakeholders. Relevant to counseling is why would you spend time on a program that is ineffective, and so if there's ways to fix or adjust, then we would want to do that. Also, the whole point of a program is to ensure high quality care and counseling, so if it's ineffective, why proceed with it? Obviously there may need to be some changes to the program. DeAndre and Heckman, 2008, conducted a 40-year review of multicultural counseling research. They looked at previous studies by Atkinson in 1983, which he identified 12 published articles, and then a little over 10 years later, Atkinson and Lowe in 1995 identified 6 additional ones, which seems very low compared to the possibility that there should have been more. It's a scarcity of information, basically. The initial focus of the studies that they found was that the impact of the client-counselor racial/ethnic matching and language similarity having an impact on the use of counseling and the dropout rates. Didn't really focus on more of the effectiveness of it, emotional, psychological, behavioral, and so there was a need more to focus on that, to dig more deeper into that. DeAndre and Heckman had recommended the focus on data supporting effectiveness in stimulating positive psychological, cognitive, emotional, and behavioral changes when used with working with culturally diverse clients. When DeAndre and Heckman in 2008 worked on pulling their study, they identified 53 published articles on multicultural counseling outcome research. That's significantly more than what was done in 1995 with the with the 18 that they had found compared to the 12 from the year before, or the years before. But still, when they had searched it, they had found 2,000 articles, over 2,000 articles. Then it had dwindled down, and they ended up with 53 that actually was what they were looking for and that met the criteria of what they were looking for the multicultural counseling. So, with that being said, there still needs, even though that's significantly more, there still needs to be more research into that field. The concern is, having worked with this study or having read through this study, was that counselors implement counseling strategies that haven't been empirically proven to be effective with culturally diverse clients. It's more focused on different clients with research and just basically tested out on culturally diverse clients that it may or may not be effective for them. DeAndre and Heckman recommend addressing the problem of limited resources. So there's a lot of times when people are trying to do their research, there's limited prior information, so there needs to be more. Basically, there's a huge opportunity to dig more into this field and do more research studies. Also, there needs to be use of more random sampling and increase the size of sample groups. Include measures of racial and ethnic identity development as independent variables. Include multicultural counseling competence as an independent variable. Use both qualitative and quantitative research strategies. Currently, in the past, it was more quantitative. There needs to be more qualitative to where you can capture all aspects and look at, it would be helpful in conducting future outcome research with persons with diverse cultural backgrounds. There needs also to be acknowledged the multidimensionality of multicultural counseling, and that means using available sources to help identify additional factors that can easily be included as additional independent variables in future studies. And then examine the effectiveness of altering helping strategies. That would include the majority of multicultural counseling outcome studies has focused on traditional counseling services used on culturally diverse clients. What that is saying is that basically strategies that have been traditionally used in the past that have been studied with other groups, not necessarily the culturally diverse group. So there needs to be more studies done for the culturally diverse group, different programs, or the programs, if they're existing, what is the impact with the culturally diverse group? And then if it doesn't work, if it's ineffective, what are we going to do going forward to change that or fix that? In closing, DeAndre and Heckman, 2008, had written, and this is probably my favorite quote of their thing, was that multicultural counseling movement is a movement of faith and hope. Faith in the counselor's ability to generate new understanding of mental health from a multicultural perspective, and hope that future counseling and research endeavors will be implemented to help effectively promote human dignity and development through people's collective diversity. It's our duty as Christian counselors to try to help everybody, not just the ones that we know from our perspective, but to help everybody. And so after reading that article, there's so much research that I feel like that needs and could be done. So it's a very interesting topic. All right, thanks. Bye.